Hello YouTube, this is a follow-up video on the 20-inch barrel VEPR rifle that I previously purchased. It is chambered in 762 by 54R. I have made some modifications to this rifle, as you can see here. One of the things that I did add was, of course, a heavy-duty muzzle brake. It is what's referred to as a tanker muzzle brake. It's got 3 ports up top, then it has 3 chambers. Now, one of the things to keep in mind, because this does have a thread nut protector on here originally, it was actually pinned in this angle as such, not anywhere near where a lot of the other ones you see on YouTube. However, the one thing that you do have to do is Dremel at an angle, find the edge, and then get a pair of channel locks, grip it from the side here, and then end up taking a punch and a hammer and push it out. Don't try to twist it, because it will start eventually catching onto the threads and it'll make it a little bit difficult to twist on in some cases, as it was with this one. But this one was actually a muzzle brake, a Tanker Style Muzzle Brake that I purchased a little over a year ago from eBay. I don't even remember the vendor's name anymore, but they were kind enough to generously add the detent pin. As you can see right there, it is sticking out. So they did cut it in. I believe I ended up spending about $55 on this shipped. One of the other things that I did add was a heavy duty sling. This one happened to be 52 inches in length. It does have the little plastic clips. I originally purchased this for my M39s. However, because I was able to get the original leather slings, I ended up saving this for this one, being that this is a heavy rifle anyway. I just want to kind of give it a nice look. I did find similar sling on someone's VEPR, but it was actually somehow associated over here with a loop instead of down here, and then they had put a cheek riser. Now, one of the other things that I did purchase here recently for this rifle specifically is an oversized charging handle knob. Now, this knob is handled by a vendor named Tyler L4596. He does have a listing for this. This was actually $18 shipped, free shipping inside the US. Now, what I liked about this one is that it has more knurling on it, and the actual screws are on the bottom. So when you first place it on here, it doesn't seem like it's going to fit correctly. However, once you tighten it down, it fits nice and snug. Of course, I did use some red Loctite on here. Now, one of the things I will advise is make sure that when you have something like one of these pins here, make sure that you leave plenty of room so it doesn't actually strike the rivet pin here, or the rivet head, and it'll avoid that. But there is a little bit of a gap. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. May pick it up right there. And so there is a little bit of a space, as you may see. And I do apologize for the lighting. One of the other things that I did put on here is a 3x9 and 40mm objective lens. Tasco scope. It's a world-class scope. I've used this on one of these other Mosines that I've customized, a sporter that I did a little over a year ago. Works really, really good. Love the clarity of it. The other thing that I did use is a Promag side scope mount for an AK series or Saiga rifle. It does work on the VEPR. I previously used this on a Wasser that I have, and it seemed to work the best because it still gives me the clearance here to still use both the scope as well as my iron sights, and I seem to be quite happy with it. It doesn't give you a great cheek weld. Of course, you can always add something like that, but I'd rather not, because it kind of gives the traditional Mosine PU scope type setup where you may have to crank up your head a little bit, but you still have the ability to use your iron sights. So this is what I've done to modify this rifle. It's a great purchase, and once again, I did purchase this originally through Classic Firearms out of North Carolina. Great group to do business with. The great thing about this kit was that it not only came with the rifle, it came with 2 mags, the owner's manual, a cleaning kit, and actually a cleaning rod. And I forgot to mention that in the other video, but it does give you a cleaning rod. It is within the box. Now, anytime you purchase anything from Classic Arms, make sure that you do clearly check everything in the box, because sometimes you'll have things like slings and things of that nature, cleaning kits. So sometimes they'll throw in some extras that may not necessarily be mentioned. In any case, I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Once again, we appreciate you watching the videos, your subscriptions. I hope this is helpful for you. And thanks for watching. Enjoy your 54R cartridge rifles.